Hey, I'd like to say hello to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good time out there. I just had to come back on here. I'm sitting here watching this television show and reading some of the news, and young people hollering they got PTSD because Trump got elected. Say what? Do what? Come on, people. Don't even know what PTSD really is. Ask a soldier. He'll tell you if you really got it or not. But come on, people. Let's get real about this. There's no reason to be hollering that to try to, I don't know. What is with our kids? They don't go out and play anymore. They sit around and play video games and say they want to make a career out of it. They want free school. They want free lunch. They want free cars. They want mom and daddy to support them while they live in the basement. What's going on? Ooh, Lordy. I ain't never in my life, and I hope I never do again after all this is over with. But I'll tell you what, come on, people, it's time to grow up. And they're going to go down there, and they're going to get on the border, and they're going to protest us not letting 7,000 people across the border. Come on. You really want 7,000 people to come across here without jobs or anything that's going to have to put a strain on our governmental systems to support them until they can do something? Heck, 90% of them got to learn English. And this just came in the news, people. A reporter has verified that Trump was right. Not only were those arrested that were ISIS, they found several more masquerading as Mexicans in the group. Some of them can't even speak Mexican, much less English. But they're in the group coming up here. Do we really want them to be able to slip across in the crowd? Come on. Look, we might not have much sense, but we got common sense. Think about it. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you don't want that. And you young people, what's going to happen to y'all when us old people ain't able to support you no more? You better get off your butt. And you better get a move on. That's all I got to say. And I'll tell you what. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not going to knock anybody. And then I watch this stuff on The View with whooping all them hollering. But I just wonder how much money they're going to give up to pay more taxes. I don't know. You know, there's a lot about Trump I don't like. Sometimes he just rubs me raw on both sides of the fence. But I tell you what. If you look at what he's actually done, you have to admit he's done a job that even Obama said we'd never see 3% growth again. We're at 4.2. That's not slamming Obama. That's what he said. Fact's a fact, Jack. I tell you what. And CNN and Obama and the Clintons saying they had mysterious packages sent to their houses, and even Soros. But you know what? Here's what I'm wondering. I wonder if the Democrats ain't doing that to try to mobilize their base. Think about it. Sorry for that little break. But I bet they're trying to mobilize their base. Because right now the Democrats are like 3-1 on the early voting. So their movement is kind of staggering. 3-1. That means 3 Republicans, every 1 Democrat so far. Ooh, dog, yeah, I bet they are trying to do something to get their base up. But what they don't understand is, you got the far left that wants socialism and free stuff. You got the moderate left that they want to help people and they want to do the right things. And they're splitting away from the far left. And you got some of these people that are coming up with ideas that are just impossible. Impossible. Or it's like, I don't know, it's like the Roadrunner and Coyote. Coyote keeps coming up with these ideas, they keep blowing up in his face while he's trying to catch the Roadrunner. You think after a while he'd just say, I'll go catch me a mouse. Oh, I'm sorry. Roadrunner can't be on TV no more because they've done voted that it was too violent for kids to watch. Come on. Come on. Come on. And Rosie, I thought she was going to Canada. Now she's burying some soldier, veteran. Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. What happened to her, I wonder? I didn't think she'd ever get near one of them. because she's against them. What's frightening is when they get to the border, you got people like whooping them say, this ain't America, we should let them all in. But who's going to pay for them? Who's going to support them? Who's going to give them homes? If you're on a job or you work today and you're listening to this, or you're listening to this on your job, or you got to go to work tonight and you listen to it now, let me tell you who is. You are. Look in the mirror and you'll see who's paying for it. You know, we can't let them come in, and if we let these come in, there's another caravan that just started all the way down in Guatemala. It's got 1,000 strong so far. If these people make it in, they'll come. I understand they want to be here, but we got kids starving, people living in the streets here need to be taken care of, I think, first. They take care of their countries first. They don't stop Mexico because Mexico won't give them anything free. You have to be a citizen of Mexico to get free stuff there, to get help. If you're not a citizen, you don't get nothing. That's why they don't stop her. That's why they come on through to us. They come here, and then they say they want all the benefits. And I've even talked to a couple that laughed at me. This is the honest God's truth. I was talking to someone. I'm not going to say their ethnic background because I'm not into that part of it. It's just that when they look at you and laugh and say America is stupid, I'm having other family members come over because they give you all this free stuff and you don't have to do nothing for it. Kind of ills me just a little bit, don't you know? So I'm not for everything the Republicans do, and I'm not for but they're doing more for us than the Democrats right now because they have gone so far left. It's crazy and hollering and carrying on like they're doing. Come on. We never did this before. We had respect for our government and the people. But they just knew Hillary would win. Don't blame me. Look at the night of the election when they were saying Donald Trump has 0%. Then he has 20%. Then all of a sudden he won and they just lost it because they'd spent billions and billions to get Hillary in. I understand. Next go around, maybe they'll get in. If they get in, we'll treat them with respect. They should treat Republicans with respect. And people wonder why we're not out protesting like they are, because most Republicans work. They can't just take off and go protest somewhere, and they don't get paid to go protest somewhere like some of the protesters have admitted to. Even film getting paid. Antifa, they're raising Cain because they haven't got paid for showing up at different events and trying to cause dismay in them to stop them. I wish someone would pay me. I could use the money right about now. I wouldn't even get upset. They could pay me lots and lots and lots and lots of money. But Rosie, go on to Canada. We'll be, if you don't like it, get out. But people, what we got is what we got. We got to work together. We can't work together when there's people on the left saying, run them out of town, run them out of the thing. We need more respect for each other. You know what? We could agree to disagree and have respect with each other on that. But the bottom line is, the president that's in is the president that's in. You're not going to get them out. And them hollering if they take the House and all, they're going to start proceedings to impeach them. They impeached Clinton. Did he ever leave office? Think about that. All them millions of dollars to impeach him, but he stayed in office. Impeaching doesn't mean he has to go. All this Russian collusion stuff, all the evidence is coming back that there was no collusion. They said that a year ago. But now they're finding out stuff that goes back to the Democrats. The FISA warrants. They were signed by a FISA judge based on a document that Hillary Clinton's people paid for. Now, come on. It doesn't take a genius to smell a skunk in the well. All you got to do is stick your nose down and give it a little sniff test. Make sure when you hear something, whether it's from the Democrats or the Republicans, reach down and give her a little sniff test. Might find that it stinks worse than anything you've ever smelled. But bottom line is, we can't handle 8,000 people rushing our border. And they're carrying their flags and saying down with, some of them are chanting verbal abuses against America. And that's a fact. It's been on the news. It's even been on CNN where they're carrying signs putting down America. When they're carrying a sign of their country that they're supposed to be running from, why aren't they carrying an American flag? Because they're coming here for help. Why are they carrying their country's flag? Usually, when that many people say they're going to force their way in illegally, that's an invasion, people. A on and on invasion. But what they want, Democrats want Trump to go down there and stop them so they can have a talking point to protest. But they really don't want them across the border. But they can't say that. They know we can't handle that. But they've also said that they hoped our economy crashed, and they would do whatever it took to bring the economy down to make Trump look bad. Is it worth you going hungry just to make Trump look bad? If you want to hurt them at the ballot box. Get out and vote. Democrats, if you want to hurt the Republicans, you want Trump out, get out and vote. Republicans, you want to keep them in, get out and vote. But no matter how it turns out, what is what is. You got to learn to live with it. And all you with PTSD over Trump being elected, and y'all having your screaming fits and eating your crying closets on campus when you are a little stressed out and stuff, come on. You better get a thicker skin than that, because you know what? Life's going to hit you with things you ain't even thought of yet. When your mom and daddy ain't around to let you stay in their basement, so on and so forth. When life hits you, you go running off to a crying closet, or you start hollering PTSD, you can't handle the strain. Them people that are behind you right now, cheering you on, when you fall, they're not going to be there. I'm telling you from someone with experience. The only one you can depend on in this world is you. Now, there's others that you want to depend on, you hope you can depend on, and probably can depend on to a point. But in the end, there's you. If you don't get that skin thicker and you don't get off your tail and do something, you start hollering PTSD over Trump and having some kind of Trump mania breakdown bull crap stuff, come on, get real. Put on your little boy, your big girl panties and your big boy boxers, and get on out there and get your life started. You're not going to get it for free, because even when it's free, they expect something in return. So free is never free. Free will always cost. And that's just my thought on it. I just got so ill about this PTSD over Trump being president stuff. And these young people crying, they don't know what hard times is. Getting a tobacco field where the barracks and chop tobacco down and cut it, put it on a stick, and then put it in the barn. Spend half your life doing that, and you'll know what hard times are. Anyway, that's my point. That's just my opinion, and just like any old redneck, opinions are like bum holes. Everybody's got one. Y'all have a great, great day.